Steve Wozniak, best known as the co-founder of Apple Computer along with Steve Jobs. But it was the Woz alone who built the first personal computer, the Apple I, and later the Apple II, the device that launched the personal computer revolution.
I said, hey Woz, come over and meet Steve. So Steve, meet Steve. And this is where it happened.
Apple wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Steve Wozniak. I mean, it's plain and simple. There were a lot of things that Jobs was responsible for, but Steve was the guy that built computers in his head.
We liberated some parts from Hewlett-Packard and Atari, and worked on a design for about 6 months and decided that we would build our own computer.
And Jobs said to me, I knew that with Wozniak's brilliant designs and my marketing skills, we could sell anything.
It was like, we'll do it for fun, and even though we're going to lose some money probably, we'll just have to say we had a company.
We immediately hit it off. He was the first person I'd met that knew more about electronics than I did.
As far as Wozniak was concerned, the world was a great big sandbox with a lot of toys to play with.
He went on to become devoted to passing on his passion to mathematics and electronics.
Setting up classes for kids, giving them computers, giving them high-quality instruction and teaching them that. Yeah, there was something they could do if they had the right resources, if somebody believed in it particularly.
Steve Wozniak is the original do-it-yourself guy. The guy who figures out how to do something. Here's a problem, what do I want to do? What would be some fun way to use technology to solve a puzzle? And then opens it up to everybody and changes the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Steve Wozniak. Steve, it's great to welcome you here. Why don't we start maybe at the most obvious place? What do you think it means to be an inventor? How do you look at this idea of being an inventor?
My gosh, sometimes I think about, we've got products in the world and the purpose of engineering is to create the things that make our life better. So make a new version of things, and then sometimes you just take something and make it a little bit better, but the way it is. And I call that a type of innovation. But real inventors are the sort of people that go around and get an idea. They dream a lot, they think a lot in their head. An idea that most people would just discard because I don't have the skills to do it. But inventors usually have little skills. They can go into a laboratory, wire things together, write some software, and actually create a little mob, test their ideas, and they just constantly want to explore. Can I do something else? Here's a neat idea, something for fun, and it doesn't have to have necessarily like money purpose. They're not doing it for companies. They're and the invention usually is you think of a totally different device that solves a problem people have with maybe many fewer steps than the devices that you could have made better. Making the devices better is innovation, but a whole different approach, something that's so different than we've ever had. That's invention.
Well, I think one of the